Example 2, finding a rate from a ratio table. Alrighty, let's go ahead and read it. The ratio table shows the costs for different amounts of grass. Find the unit rate in, let me get out my red marker because I want to point this out to you, it's very important, in dollars per square foot. And again, order does matter, so we want to find dollars first and then square foot. So let's go ahead and look at the chart. You have the amount for 25 square feet, you will have to pay $100. Geez, that's pretty pricey. Well, that's a large chunk of grass. 100 square feet for $400, so on and so on. I want you to notice that we are increasing by 4. Each amount is being multiplied by 4 down the column. Okay? Just try to identify some patterns. So let's go ahead and find the unit rate in dollars per square foot. Okay, so we're going to find the cost, dollars, per square foot, which is the amount. Okay, so the cost over the amount. Dollars per square foot. And we can just take any one. You can take this pair, you can take this pair, and this pair. Well, let's think. Which one would you want to take? Maybe the smaller one because it's easier numbers to work with. So, the cost would be $100 per what? How many square feet do we get? 25. Thank you. And then that's feet squared. Okay. So, the step here, because we're taking notes, I'm going to write out the steps. What we did here was use the first ratio in the table. And the reason why we use that, remember, is because it's the smaller number. It's going to be easier to work with as opposed to those larger numbers at the end with all those zeros. Before we move on, I just want to point it out to you that this is a ratio because it's feet to dollars. This is a ratio, this is a ratio, this is a ratio. Okay? Don't be mixing it up and saying, oh, this to this. No, it needs to be in the same column. Alrighty, now all you have to do is simplify. 100 over 25 is, we're going to simplify. Yikes, if my marker's working. Simplify. So that would be, what is it simplified? Do it quickly. You have $4 over, we're dividing by 25 here because that's a large number that goes into both. $4 per 1 square foot. Do you see how I got that? I divided by 25 because I'm simplifying. Divide by 25. Why? Why in the world did I divide by 25? Because they're asking for unit rate. And if you go back to example 1 or the definitions before example 1, it said that unit rate is a rate, but the denominator is a 1. So we need to make sure that denominator is a 1. Good thing we know how to make things into ones. You just divide by itself and it'll make it 1. Okay, so the unit rate is $4 per square foot. Well, that's good to know just in case you need to go buy some grass for your house. Now you know how much you need if you can measure your grass. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to have you do some on your own. Okay? So get ready. Alrighty, go ahead and do these on your own. A, in example 1, so turn back to example 1 when it talked about the males and females on the subway cars. In example 1, find the ratio of females to males. Order does matter. Females to males. Females first. B, in example 1, find the ratio of females to total passengers. So everybody on the subway car. You are going to have to do some addition. Okay? And C, the ratio table shows the distance that the International Space Station travels while orbiting Earth. Find the speed in miles per second. So you know that miles is going to go on top and seconds are going to go on the bottom. And go ahead and look back at your examples to help you figure that out and check back with me. A, you should have gotten 4/3, or you could have wrote 4/2/3, or you could have done 4:3. Order does matter in this case, okay? Females, 4 would go first. Now for B, you should have gotten 4/7. You should have added the females and males to get the total amount of passengers. So you could write it as 4/7, you can write it as 4/7, or you can write it as 4:7. High five yourselves if you got it. Now C, you would have taken one of the ratios, okay, and you would have done 14.4/3, and then you would have simplified it for me. So therefore, you should have gotten 4.8 mile per second. Okay, high five yourselves if you got that. Awesome job. Okay, now one more example for homework. You will be doing example 4 with me in class because it's a big one. Okay, way to go.